They were the ancient world's ultimate war machine, famous for the stand of the 300. But the true secret to Spartan power was not military genius. It was a system that abolished childhood, demanded absolute obedience, and decided who deserved to live from birth. How could a state systematically discard its infants? Why were children seized at age 7 to be trained as killers? This is the story of Sparta, an ancient kingdom whose extraordinary strength came from the most severe social experiment, the relentless pursuit of military perfection. To understand this brutality, we look to the influential leader Lycurgus, 8th century BC. He saw a fractured Sparta and enacted the Great Retra, laws designed to create absolute unity and eliminate personal ambition. Lycurgus abolished gold and silver, enforcing heavy iron currency. This ensured all male citizens, the homoioi, equals, lived without luxury, bound only by total devotion to the state. The driving force behind this radical system was fear, the helots. Sparta enslaved the vast population of Messenia, who outnumbered them by perhaps 7 to 1. Sparta was essentially a military garrison built on a constant threat of rebellion. They required flawless, fearless soldiers for internal survival. This quest for perfection began immediately. When a boy was born, his fate was not decided by his parents, but by the Gerousia, Council of Elders. They assessed the infant's health. If judged weak or unsound, he was exposed at the aphete to perish. The state would not spend resources on a potential liability. The second test began at age 7. Boys were taken from their mothers and enrolled in the agoge, the brutal state school. There was no family, no comfort, only the state. They endured relentless hardship, thin cloaks, deliberate hunger, and were encouraged to steal food. If caught, they were flogged. Not for the theft, but for the incompetence of being caught. The training stripped away identity, forging resilience and cunning. This terror was enforced through the cryptaia. Promising youths were occasionally dispatched in secret to hunt and murder strong helots, a tool of terror to ensure the slaves remained terrified and subdued. This unforgiving system produced the inevitable result, the ultimate fighting force. King Leonidas and his 300 at Thermopylae, 480 BC, provided the legendary proof that the agoge had succeeded in creating men willing to embrace glorious, total self-sacrifice. However, the secret to Sparta's strength was also its fatal weakness. The system was too rigid to evolve. Since only those who survived the agoge became full citizens, the number of homoioi steadily and catastrophically declined. Following the devastating defeat at the Battle of Leuctra in 371 BC, the myth of Spartan invincibility was broken. Sparta could not recover its losses. They engineered the perfect warrior, but failed to sustain their population and adapt to a changing world. So why the brutal policies? It was the logical, though horrifying, conclusion of totalitarian preservation. They demanded perfection as the price for survival. They created the finest army, but destroyed the future of their own city. The story of Sparta is a powerful tale of unsustainable power. Do you think this ruthless system was worth the power they achieved? Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below.